Well, John, how are you? How have the last 2 weeks been here?
Yeah, we had a good opportunity to have a break after the Preston game, and then we've been back in for 2 really solid training blocks. So it's been good, yeah, really nice to have the lads out on the training pitch. It's a rare opportunity that we get during the season, certainly since the last international break in November. We haven't had that chance with the amount of games that we've had. We've barely had a sort of a free week since then, so really good to have 2 free weeks, a bit of rest and recovery, and then a bit of time on the training pitch as well.
I feel like it's been a while now, but you the lads must be looking forward to getting back to Fratton Park on Saturday.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a long time. So I think the Plymouth game's the last time that we set foot at Fratton Park. So yeah, it's great. We've got 4 games left there at the back end of the year, and we've got to attack every single one of them.
Alex Milosevic, as he arrived, you said he needed a few weeks, and before the international break you said he needed some time to settle in. How's he doing, and is he in contention for the weekend now?
Yeah, he's in contention for the weekend. He's trained really well. He's been back at it. It just takes time. These things take time when a player hasn't played since November. And even though he's kept himself in really good shape in the gym, doing a bit of training with local sides, it's very, very different to coming over here and getting himself up to scratch, ready to play in the Championship.
Blackburn, another one of those teams under new management. What are you expecting from them at the weekend?
Well, I think it's difficult to predict first and foremost, because the new manager's probably had his first stint at actually having a good spell with the players, and I think that's an important point, is that even the side that he inherited, they've had quite a few games relatively, but still maybe we haven't seen the manager's ability to actually put his mark on the team, and I think having the international break we might see a bit more of that. So it's going to be interesting to see what Blackburn side we see at the weekend, but they've been very, very good this year. An excellent side. They've overachieved, I think, and they'll come to Fratton Park and make it a difficult game.
Terry Devlin now with 2 appearances for the Northern Ireland senior team. Must be bursting with pride with him.
Yeah, a massive achievement, I think, for Terry to get his international cap. First of all, to make his debut the other night, and then last night to make his full debut. Obviously, he would have liked a better result, but I think a really positive step in the right direction for Terry, and certainly in a squad that is very, very young and very promising in terms of some of the Northern Ireland players that are coming through. So yeah, brilliant for Terry. He's been excellent since he's come in and progressed a huge way. I think since we first met him, since he first came in the building, I think the summer of 23.
What's the latest injury news?
Yeah, we've got a couple of players returning. Jordan Williams back, Christian Saley back. We haven't picked up any new injuries since the Preston game. So everybody else that is a long-term injury, there's a couple that are still in the physio room. I think Paddy and Hayden, but apart from that, everyone's out on the grass working really well and getting close to training.
Now, fair to say, the final 8 games coming up, the international break is done, set for this final period. Fair to say it's time for everyone to come together and really attack these last 8 games in the Championship now. Yeah,
this is the sharp end of the season, for want of a better phrase, and it's about results. So it's just about results at this stage of the season, and we've got to attack every single game. We've got to try and win as many games as we possibly can, and yeah, it starts with the game at the weekend. So the schedule's still pretty busy from now, I think, until May the 3rd. But I think if you'd offered us this position at most times during the season, we would have taken this. That sort of 4-point gap between us and the bottom 3. But as we've learned over the last couple of weeks, we can't take anything for granted. We can't rest on our laurels. We've got to pick up as many points as possible.